Hi, my name is Andile, Dlamini, goalkeeper of Mamelodi Sundowns. When I was 6 to 7 years old, don't remember correctly, we used to play a game called Tim Tim, which is a small-sided game, challenging other guys from other streets. But I didn't do that, my uncles did that. And one of my uncles went to the shops and I had to replace him. And that's when I fell in love with football, because on that day I scored. Remember, I was a goalkeeper. I always loved scoring from a very young age because I watched my uncles play football and target that break. So I wanted to also, target that break and score, so we can win money and buy sweets. So yeah, that's when I fell in love with football. Actually, my jersey number is 32. First fell in love with 16, but eventually when it was swapped for an info player, I needed a number that would also represent 16. So I times it by 2, in which I asked it 32. So 16 is a very special number. I was given 16 by Dlamini, former Banyana goalkeeper. She handed me the number 16, and it for me it stood out. I've always loved 16, so 32 now stands out for me because it represents me as much as it represents Dlamini, but it also represents me. Why do I like playing a team sport? It's a bit challenging. I like challenges. Yes, also individual sport is challenging, but it's more fun. You get to work with people, you get to understand people, you get to make friendships through team sport. So yeah, that's why. I then moved to living with my parents, same area, which is Tembisa. I then was introduced to playing with boys from a very young age. Played for a team called Liverpool. I was a right back, also a striker. And after that, there was a boy called Lefahlongwane who plays for a professional side in South Africa, whom said he is tired of seeing me play with boys. He wants me to go play with girls. He took me to a girls' side, which is called Pumlong Ladies. I played there as a right full back and also as a striker sometimes. And then I heard that there were trials at Mamelodi Sundowns from a very young age. I think I was 13, turning 14. And I went to Mamelodi Sundowns. At that time, the coach was Anamnati, selected me as a striker. And then she moved, then came Coach Brian Dube, whom converted me into a goalkeeper. And now I'm working with Coach Jerry Shabalala as the goalkeeper. Thing was that he was looking for a goalkeeper. I think he was looking for a goalkeeper because our goalkeeper used to be absent a lot of times. So I played my first game against a team called Morocco Swallows, and we drew 0-0. And I thought, okay, it's over now. I'm going back to my position. And he said, I saw potential in me, so you're going to stay in goals. So I was a bit angry because I always liked dancing and celebrating, going to the corner flag. But eventually I grew fond of being a goalkeeper. And yeah, I had to find a role model in the girls' side and the men's side. And both in the men's side it was Itumeleng Khune, and in the girls' side it was Dlamini. I asked her, why is it easy for her to dive from one place to another? And she told me that's her strength. And she told me that my strength is moving quick and catching the ball. And at that time, I didn't understand, I didn't know, but now I understand what she was talking about and how she always told me how brilliant I was, how she made sure that we worked besides being in the national team camp. Yes, she played a huge role in making sure that I develop each and every time. Proud, I know that even though he didn't play that role of being a father, he was more or less proud when he saw me play. I wasn't faced with a whole lot of challenges because I moved from a team where I paid my own transportation. Yes, that's the only challenge, paying my own transportation and paying for my own soccer boots. But when I moved to Mamelodi Sundowns, all that changed because now I got equipment, which was soccer boots and shin guards, everything that I needed to perform. The only challenge was when I was not playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, where I have to make sure that I ask my parents for money so they can buy me soccer boots, shin guards. And at that time, my mom has 4 kids that she needs to look after. So yeah, those are the challenges. My mom played a huge role in making sure that I was the happiest human being while I was doing what I love. So she worked extremely hard to a point where right now I feel that I need to give back to her because there was a point where she walked a distance to work and back, and because she was saving money that she was getting each and every week to make sure that I get food, me and my siblings get food, transportation, and also pay for our school fees. So yeah, there was a time where I needed to step up for my family because my stepdad stopped working and my mom was jobless. So I needed to step up and take out my savings, in which I bought land for them and striving to build that big house for her because that's her dream. If opportunity comes where I get to become a professional singer, I would also grab it with both hands because we are given talents that we need to use. And yes, for now it's a side hustle. I'm focusing on playing football and coaching the young ones. And if an opportunity that provides me being a professional singer, I would also grab it and balance both because that's what I love. I coach goalkeepers, male and female. It is quite different because now you have to explain each and every move. It's not more or less someone explaining how you need to do things. So sometimes it's a bit challenging and you gotta get informed at all times so that you can give back. And that's what I'm trying to do all the time, getting informed so I can give back. So yeah, it's a bit challenging at times because I also make mistakes, I'm human. You know, when they look at me and they be like, oh, coach, but you did that, and you know, you telling us not to do this, it's a bit challenging because I'm also a soccer player. So now I have to explain that I'm human and such things can happen. And when you get to that level, you understand that such things can happen.